They never had brand new shoes. I was just wow. And then immediately I calculated it was 50, and then it was too much money for the organization to spend that much money. And then I just thought about it, and then I said, you know what, let me just get it, and then the fundraising is coming up, and then see if I could, people can buy it for them, individually. So I came up with the idea, and then so I put in about 10 of them because I don't want to carry all of them. I mean, I bought all of them, but I carry 10. So if any one of you wanted to sponsor the child, one of the girls have a sneakers, please do so. It's only $20. So I made it $20 because Costco has only 6 and up, and then the young kids don't get it then. So with that $4, then I'll be able to buy it for the younger kids, I guess, from Payless or whatever I could get it. So with that in mind, so I bought, I have enough I'm gonna get enough for everybody. So this time they'll have a brand new shoes with their size. No one left off, all right? So thank you. So just before I forget, I just want to remind you that if any one of you are interested in doing that, the 50/50s are going. And then the other one is it's a big thing for me as well, just like this kids. My whole thing is kids helping kids. That's the whole thing. Sometimes it's very heavy to carry the pencils, and then even for me to get them, sort them out, and then put them, it's a hustle. But the reason why I'm doing it is because I want the individual to know where their pencil goes. If I'm taking your pencil and it's gonna reach there, your backpack is gonna reach somebody over there, and I want them to see it. I'm not gonna, continue for the next 10 years like that, but first I want them to see, because it gave me a big satisfaction when I showed the slide, and the kids got there and said, oh, that's my backpack. And it was big, they were smiling, they were happy, and they really knew that their backpack went over there. So that's why I'm still continue doing that, because I want these kids to relate to the other kids. So this backpack, this pencils, this school supplies, it goes directly to the new school right now. And I want them to see it so they can put picture on the kids. So that's my own, the primary thing for me, to see where, so you all know where the donation goes. It really goes there. And then on top of that, so there's another girl that I invited, Haman. I invited her. She came from Cincinnati. I never knew this young girl before. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, she was looking for something, she'll tell you, and then she found Ethiopia's Tomorrow on the website. And then she wrote a note, and then said, I really like your story, and then can you get back to me? And I'm like, okay, and I read it, and then I'm like, I'm 11th grade, and then I really wanted to help, but I don't know, can you just call me or let me talk? I was like, oh, okay, then, I emailed her back, and then that was last year, and then now she turned out to be a big supporter and a big help, and then she also have a big dream, so I really want you to hear her. So this is Heyman from Cincinnati.
Bear with me. So my name is Emmebeth. I'm 17 years old. I was born in Ethiopia. I came here when I was 8.5. Back home, unlike these kids, I was fortunate enough to have a family, to have a house, to have a school. I didn't have to worry when my next meal was coming. And my dad, we'd always go to church. Sometimes you go there 3 times a day. And then I would always see these kids begging. Like you see adults, but there's kids begging. They're your age, but they don't have what you have. And you don't know why that is. And when I go ask, it's our culture to just, shelter our kids or shelter each other, if you can afford to do that, that is. And that's what happened. He was like, oh, just pray for them, it's okay. When you grow up, you'll help them. I'm like, what? Okay, fine. So, 8.5, long story short, I came here to my mother. Then I went to school, but I always said, God, if you give me a chance, I'm here and I'm gonna help them, I promise. So, and that's like when I was 7, and so 8.5, I come here, I went to a private school, and then I went to a public school, and then I came high school. There, I started doing service. Key Club, I don't know if any of you know about it, Key Club, that's service and everything. And then I really wanted to go out and help, and then I was like, hey, I'm helping people. But my sophomore year, I realized that's not what I'm doing. They're helping me. That's what service is when they're the ones that are helping you. You think that you're being served, but that's really not the case. So that's really gratifying. And I was like, okay, well, okay, I like this. This is a stepping stone. And so my dad and my stepmom, they came over to the United States when I was midway through my sophomore year, May 5th. So they were like, hey, there's this girl in Ethiopia, she's 16, and she's collecting books for her community. It's like, really? Wow. It's like, I love my country and everything, but at that time, it's not as stable as we'd like it to be. So she was like, so I said, in that case, that she can do that, and here in America, I can definitely do that. That is when I was like, okay, I need to contact this girl, and long story short, I could not. So I went over and I started looking for organizations, and that's where I found Ethiopia Tomorrow. I really, when I looked into organizations, I really wanted to find someone that could empathize, that was in that place, and that makes your drive much more stronger. So there's someone that I can connect with. So that's where I found Ethiopia Tomorrow. I was like, perfect fit. So then I emailed her, we talked, and we talked about different ideas, how I could help. At the end, we came up with Kindles. This was junior year. And then there's a lot of blogs that happened. The person I talked to didn't end up being there. He was like, wait, and I was like, okay. Then never happened. Then I was like, God, am I doing the right thing? So later on, senior year, I went to my president. The president talked to the principal of my school, and the principal said, Heyman, this is a great idea. I don't know if we have room for this right now, but even if we do, we're gonna probably raise $500. I was like, you know what, anything. I talked to Emmy, and she was like, that's great, anything is fine. I was like, okay, that's okay. So we went in, and my principal came over, and he said, good news, we can do this. I was like, okay. Our athletic advisor and our dance team coach had something planned. They were planning something for a while, but they never found an organization. So they found Ethiopia Tomorrow, and they're like, what do you guys want to do? What is the point of this? And so we went over and did Breakfast with Santa. And after that, there's newspapers published where people could just call in and they can say, hey, we want to donate this even if we can't come. And then at the end, my little brother and sister's school also helped have a bake sale. And at the end, the total we raised was $2,400. I cried. I literally went home and I cried, and I was like, this is what, okay, like, this is what, like, we love to feel. It's not the money, but it's the kids. These kids can be in my spot. They can have a dream, because that is their human right, and none of us can take away from them, but we can give. And so that's what happened. And for me personally, I'm a senior right now. I'm gonna be in college. So what I want to do, I would like to be a pediatrician. I'll be majoring in biochemistry and minoring in French. The reason I want to do that is my mom came over to me and she said, you know, you like